analyze micro-CT images of bone joints, we might want to measure the width of the space between the bones. Here we have a sequence of bone joint micro-CT images in grayscale and corresponding binary masks in green. We can view the entire sequence of snapshots to get an overview. Here we have a workflow to analyze such images. Start a new run to select the sequence of images from before. Go to the dataset and select that image sequence. Now I can already take a look at these grayscale bone images. I can adjust the transparency and see the bone of the first image. I can then add the corresponding masks to the workflow. Again, I go to the dataset and select the sequence of masks. Now I can take a quick look at the corresponding mask here. We can also create a snapshot to combine the mask with the grayscale image to see that they match. We can also check the second image, compare with the first one, and even while the other runs are still calculating, here indicated in orange, it's still creating the snapshots, we can already start with the interactive parts of the workflow. For example, we can start defining the rotated volume of interest to analyze. We can adjust which 2D slices of the 3D image are displayed. Then we move and resize the white box using the square corner handles. The circular corner handles rotate the box. We also see a live preview of the selected area of interest in 3D. Adjusting the transparency helps to see the bone inside the box in gray, while the bone that is outside the box is displayed in red here. We can fine-tune this a bit, and once we are happy with the selection, we click the big Finish Job button to end this first interactive step for now. The workflow now automatically continues processing this first image, but we can already move on to the second image and continue working in parallel. I will speed up the video here while I repeat this interactive step for each individual bone. This is necessary because the bones have not yet been aligned in the same orientation, so I just quickly select the desired area manually for each image. Now all the interactive steps have been completed and the final processing steps can finish. The rotated volume of interest gets cut out not only from the grayscale image, but we also reassign it to the mask so we can also crop out the same region from the binary mask. On that mask, the joint space is extracted automatically using the special task type that applies various morphological operations. Then the thickness transform is used to measure the joint space. We get the mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum thickness as the joint space width parameters. Masking out the relevant region from the thickness map allows us to produce another snapshot to visualize the result. We can now move on to the next phase and do a first investigation of the data we have created. Using the chart report, we can correlate any of the created parameters. For example, we can switch the y-axis to the mean values versus the maximum values on the x-axis. The plot contains one data point for each of the analyzed images. We can also overlay any of the snapshots that were created to check which data point is which image. If we see anything interesting or suspicious, we can then open the snapshot and check what is going on. Here maybe the volume of interest was not selected perfectly and the image processing steps then produced some suboptimal results. But that's not a problem. We can easily navigate to the relevant workflow run, then redo the interactive step there. I don't actually have to redo the entire work. I can click the big Restore Previous button to load the problematic box as a starting point. Now we can simply adjust it to correct for the issues by fine-tuning the size of the box and double-checking in 3D so really only the desired part is included. Again, once I am done, I click Finish Job. Now the processing steps of the workflow are recalculated just for this image. We can also recreate the snapshot here just to confirm that the results are now more accurate. We can also double check the chart report again. And also take a look at all of the created snapshots of the entire sequence at once to get an overview. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.